if you set up your garage as a podcast studio right before you have a baby, that would be the best thing ever. You're like, honey, I'm
Yeah.
taking over the whole garage for my podcast studio. Have fun
No,
in the
but not
house.
just a podcast. It's just like a bush life lounge. And like
Oh yeah.
anyone who goes to IBL games can just like come to my garage. Like just like
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
welcome, people, coast to coast. You know what time it is. It's time for Bush Banter. You got us, fans of the IBL, but most importantly, fans of your Toronto Maple Leafs. We are the Bushmen. It is June 3rd, 2025, and what a day to be alive. The boys have been humming. Let's get right into it. My name is G Hill, of course, Mr. June 1st, back on the sauce. Boo! How's everyone doing? I'll pass it over to my brother, the Nautical Bush. This man's chartering your people across the lake, the ferryman. E Hill, how are you doing? Are you in the building?
I'm in the building right here. Yes, tending on those ferries is nice work. Way better than being a train conductor, in my personal opinion, but that's neither here nor there. And I am happy to be here.
Municipal unions, what up? And then we'll pass it over to our boy Ray, the Northern Bush. He's been doing some renovations at his cottage, so he was underneath his deck ripping it apart, but he's tracking Point Streak the whole time. Razor, are you in the house?
I am in the house, boys. Kacha, how are we doing? Let's go. Getting
Let's
ready for a
go.
Friday nighter this week.
Boys,
Go,
yes.
let's go.
Go Leafs, go, people. We got so much to talk about. It was a hell of a stretch for the boys. 3-0, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. We're going to get into all that. But I think first off, I want to start off by going back to last Sunday, which was actually supposed to be the return of Lazo, Hamilton at Toronto. Our boys went down. I was tied up. You guys were there. I got notes back at around 5:30, 6 o'clock, which is usually when the game ends, but it was rained out. But you guys stayed in the bush cracking beers. Take us through last Sunday. How did that play out?
Well, okay.
Oh,
First of all, they decided to cancel the game at 10 after 2. It had been raining for the entire day. No notification. So I'm going there, rain or shine. I've seen that rain blow by the pits one time too many. I was ready for a little soggy hillside, but got there, not a single person except for the Bush crew.
that's right. We always hold it down on a rainy day, man. We're coming from all over the city. Game or not, we got to get in that bush, have a couple pops, chuckle it up. We actually, like as I was getting there, there was some Hamilton fans that were on the train who were talking about it and how they were going to have to find a new thing to do in Toronto that day because there was no game. And I'm also pretty sure I spotted a couple Leafs that maybe snuck out a little bit early, hopping on the train to go home. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I saw Will Janice Alvarado hopping onto the Red Rocket. But that should
Why
have been
not
my
come into
first
the
clue.
bush? I'm actually rattled. I'm talking to you, Salazzo. How did you not come up to the bush and have a beer with the boys? That's
Yeah,
outrageous.
you might
Can't
as
get beat.
well. We came down to see you. The least you can do is come up and see us.
Yeah. Well, not a shock in the IBL or for the Leafs. I know that they've increased their social media presence, but like we're used to the lack of updates that there's going to be a game postponed. So that's nothing new for us. I found it hilarious because, like I said, I was getting off a flight, immediately fire up YouTube. I'm in the Uber, checking the IBL website. What's the updates? I'm like, what the hell's going on? I check our WhatsApp group. You guys are like, yeah, we're about a dozen beers deep. There's no game, but we're just hanging out in the bush.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So
sure
yeah,
I had like five tall cans
that's light.
and didn't
That's
watch a
light.
single lick of baseball.
That's light. That's light. Well, let's move on to the actual baseball. Like we said,
Let's
what a
go.
weekend it was. I guess a long weekend. And we're going to take you folks back to Thursday, May 29th, when we kicked it off. The Leafs went into Kitchener, hell of a battle, and picked up a big win, 5-2 over the Panthers. I'll rip through some quick game notes, boys, and then
Wait.
oh,
Just hold on. Hold a second.
okay.
Hold on a second. Because we just need to back up 2 seconds to our first extra inning win over the Berry Day Cats, who had a ridiculous 95 inning streak of never like not having the lead, and we broke that right away. We took them down. We took them to extra innings, and we sealed it up. Let's go. Then there
Let's
was a
get
couple
that
of rain
stat.
days.
Let's get that stat again, Ray. What was it? 95 innings. Like what?
95 innings with not having 95 innings holding the lead. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I guess that's dating back to last year when they were
Dating
above
back to last year. Yeah. Their whole playoff stretch, their whole playoff run. Oh, man. Leafs
whatever.
came in.
Yeah.
All I
All
will
good
say,
things, all good things come to the bush to die,
yes,
especially
yes.
that grass we stand on.
And what I will say is I had a little side chat on the weekend with our new GM, The Undertaker, Dustin Richardson. He was telling me after that loss against Barrie last year in the playoffs, him and Sewell kicked it in. What's the name of the park? Vintage Throne Stadium. They
Well,
were having
no, correction. It's now Athletic Culture Stadium. It was changed.
even worse, even worse. And they were having cigars, just plotting out the Leaf season this year. And we couldn't be more stoked because the boys are a wagon. So take that, Barry. We're coming for you. So, Ray, that was an epic win, not an
Yep.
epic stat. You need to maybe
Yep.
find
Sorry, little tongue tied, little tongue tied, little tongue tied. Then we had about 3 rain games in a row,
Oh my God.
and then we fired back up versus Kitchener. And
Yeah,
our
it was
boys,
soggy. It was soggy, but the Leafs heated right up. And like I said, into Kitchener. So this was our first look at our boy, Josh Barenbaum. Shout
Yeah.
out D-Rich. What a pickup. This guy was a stud.
holy moly.
6 innings pitched, only 2 hits, 0 earned run, 8 strikeouts, just a tidy performance. Our boy Deska, the Polish Prince, the current active strikeout leader in the IBL, comes in for 0.2 innings pitched with a K, 0 earned runs. And then D Rich, the Undertaker. Give me the ball, Desky. He comes in, closes it out. This is a wild stat, which I would love to get your guys' take on. And I heard it or I read it on the Hillside blog. Shout out to our boy RS Cognac. Go follow him. He said D Rich hasn't given up an earned run since 2023. That
No.
seems a bit false.
I don't know about that.
Well, whatever. I think, you know what? I think he's just scared to mention any earned runs that D Rich has given up, which we respect. But hell of a game by D Rich. In terms on the batting side of it, our boy Blanco, he came to play 2 for 5 with a jack, 3 RBIs. He had a double.
This guy wants the
New
golden
guy
bush
to the
again this year.
New guy to the
100%.
team, Spencer McKinnis. Shout out his family. We saw his parents on the home opener. They were up there. He had 2 hits. But boys, what did you think of the performance in Kitchener? I know we're all watching the live stream.
It was that's just what we like to see. Everybody dialed in, pitching just lights out. Come on, the bats are there. We all know this. We've been waiting for some arms, and here we go. D Rich has been bringing the boys in. I love it. I love it. I love what we saw. It was just like all around good team win. We love going into Jack Couch and just putting spanking on those Panthers.
Dude, and just like the tidy work of Blanco this year already, man, he has been absolutely on fire. And that's what helps too with having the better pitching staff. We're letting the boys get some runs, and it's like, don't worry about it. We'll shut it down from here. You guys just put up some runs, get a lead, and we got this game. And I love to see it.
I think Blanco's motivation this year, because last year he was an absolute wagon, but he did pick up his first Bush hardware at the end of the year awards with the Bush VP. And I think he just said, boys, I don't want one trophy on my mantle. I want to clear the rack and just spread them because this guy's been
exactly
coming to play.
Yeah,
Dude,
sure.
I want to see him turn it into like a Flava Flav necklace, just the golden bush on the big Cuban links around the neck. I'd love to see that.
No, but he would have to get a new one. He would never want to deface a Bush award.
That's true, a
replica. Yeah. The other thing too, the other thing I want to note on
some of the like other solid pickups, man, like Spencer Ross. I'm pretty sure we picked him up from Kitchener. He's been dialed in.
Dialed in. The other thing from this game, the other thing in this game I wanted to point out, Al, I saw you and Ray just heavy in the chat, just firing away. And shout out whoever the Kitchener play-by-play is. What's it, Dan
Mark
Pare? Mark
Mark
Pare.
Pare. Mark
He's been
Pare.
shouting out the Bushman.
We love
Mark,
him.
we cordially invite you to join the pod anytime you want. Apparently, Elliot didn't know who you were on the thread and kind of big timed you because he thought you were just a random
It
IBL.
wasn't. I wouldn't call it a big timing. It's tough to take recommendations from Al sometimes on the podcast. Like I don't know who's Al's talking to on the side. It might be a girl from Diamonds. Like I don't know, but Mark, we'd love to have you on the pod for sure, man.
Oh, I love it.
That
Before
was
we move
hilarious.
on, shout out our boy Alan Ross. This guy has been involved with the Leafs from day one. A few weeks ago, there was an absolute screamer of a foul ball down the third baseline, smoked him in the head. We saw the goiter immediately pop up. Medics came down. We were obviously very concerned from the bush. Al was just smiling, grinning from ear to ear. I actually saw him on Sunday at the bush. I come up, Al, great to see you. Like, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. Al, like like you're such a champ. I saw you smiling immediately. He just turns to me, goes, Garrett, I thought I died. What a better way to go out, Al, is at the
Yeah.
bush. But he's safe. Al, we know you're a big follower, a big supporter of
Exactly.
the bush. Hearts go out to you. You be safe out there, Al. We need you there every Sunday.
Yeah, that was a pretty wicked shiner he had. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
he
know.
like
That
hit
was
him like
insane.
right around here.
No, you can't take out Al. You can't take Al. You can't take out these Maple Leafs. So that was Thursday night, folks. Moving on to Friday, May 30th. So tidy working Kitch. Everyone comes home fired up. They got to go back out on the road to London. And the Leafs come in hot with a big extra innings win against your London Majors. 8-4. They put up a 4 spot in the 10th. It was a hell of a battle. No lead is safe. The Leafs were down 3-2 in the 7th and they rallied back. They got 2 in the 7th. London ties it up in the 8th, and then they have a 4-run 10th. The Leafs had 15 hits in that game. Boys, what did you see that you liked? Actually, a few more quick notes. Will Jennings, like we said, Elliot saw him on the subway. He had a bit of a rough start. He settled right in. 5 innings pitched, 4 Ks. Nathan Curran, a new pickup, he came in. The Nate Dog, 2 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts. And then our boy Rodriguez with a really long close, 2 2/3 with 2 Ks and no earned runs. Boys, what did you like? Because we were all watching that threat.
Okay, first. If this is going to be our games against London, you better just strap your butts down because our first matchup, I believe, was 16-15. Now we lost
Yeah.
in an all out slugfest. We pretty much won that game in my hearts. Okay, that
It
was
was
game one. Christie Pitts, slugfest. Game two, we go back into London. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. 4-4, a little bit different of a game. Let's go. I love coming out London with a win like that. Boys,
Huge.
let's go. That is a big momentum booster win for the
Loved it.
boys.
well, it turns like a couple games, you win a couple games in a row, that's whatever. But you win three in a row, that's a streak. And that was big to see the boys pull that off. But what
Yeah.
was crazy was London has that pitcher, I think it's like Sabine or whatever it is,
Janice,
who no, who's is that? Yeah, Janice, sorry, that guy, yeah, who's like a was
mustard
like a
shoes.
Yankees prospect, and they kept that other guy out there to give up four
Dude,
runs.
oh
Like,
yeah, so they left in Johnny two name, John Henry, for
oh
way
yeah,
too
that's good.
long. He got roughed up. Janice was like in the bullpen, just like waiting to
Ready
go.
to go. Dude,
Yeah,
what Roop? What are you doing, man? I
Roop
mean, I
really,
appreciate that mistake, but come on.
dude, Roop where it
they were
is, like
riding high. London was riding high. They were like 5-0. They thought they could big time the Leafs, man. They thought no big deal, extra innings, whatever.
yeah,
Boom.
no, I noticed that too, Al. So Castaldo, Necty, and our boy John Javier all had 3 hits. And I'll agree with you, Al. Johnny two name, John Henry was getting roughed up. They had Janice in the bullpen, but this was the best part. So the Leafs got 2 runs in the 10th, and immediately, I can't remember what they did, but they left in John Henry. Then they walked the batter ahead of John Javier. And Roop, I don't
It
know
was
if you've done any
Blanco.
scouting, any pre-scout, But our boy
Oh yeah, double
77, Paul
double
Coffey, John
J.
Javier, leading our team in average. He stepped right up, slapped a single, two more runs. They bring in Mustard Shoes. He's like yelling at Roop on the bench. He closed it down, but it was too little too late.
Too
Leafs
little,
win
too late.
8-4. I loved it.
Oh man, that was so ridiculous. I was watching that because they kept cutting to him on the broadcast, being like, "Oh, it looks like the relief pitcher's ready. Is Roop gonna pull the switch?" It's like, "Nope, gotta let him pitch."
Whatever.
We'll
Janice, you'll
take it.
never be ketchup. You'll always be an old, musty Grey Poupon. Not even Grey Poupon. You're just some like expired Dijon. So whatever. That was a big win.
Day off. Just a
They
three
give
and
the
a half
boy
hour battle. That was just a 3.5 hour battle.
battle,
Okay.
battle. They give the boys Saturday night off. They get after it, and then we rally for Sunday. Now, here's what a game. Talk about no lead is safe. 9-8. Leafs take on Brantford Red Sox and whoop them. Side note here on Brantford. So apparently coming into this game, they lost, and this was 4 days in a row, apparently. Shout out the schedule maker for beating up on them. So they
Yeah.
lost 13-1, 9-2, and then they lost 20-5. And Ray, correct me if I'm wrong, you said they gave up 14 runs in one inning?
They gave up 14 runs in one inning. Yeah.
Wow.
Just a
Wow.
shellac. Just a shellac.
So needless to say, Brantford came into this game just with a thorn up their ass, and they were pissed off. Like they came out swinging. This
They
guy,
always
guys,
do.
so they were up 5-1, but this guy, Tim Holick, I think it was in the second, off our boy Drew Howard, hit one of the biggest bombs to left center I've ever seen. And classic Brantford, everyone comes out of the
Oh
dugout,
yeah.
little league high fives. Everyone in the bush is just like not batting an eye. We're like, we don't
Dude, but
care.
you got
We
to
got
remember,
run.
they've been pumped by like 57 runs to 3 scored over the last 3 games. So maybe there's a small celebrations. I'll give them that one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we ripped it from their hearts, as did our relievers. Our boy Sam Spencer with his Leafs debut came in solid. Jeremy Newton, our boy Nagorski was a stud. Iami with a clutch eighth, she held it down, and then our boy Lapard to close it out. I'd say like the biggest turning point of the game. We're down 7-4 in the seventh, and Danny steroids jacked up Juice Man Mara takes Brantford deep for a 3-run shot. The Bush is going nuts. Next inning, Castaldo shout out his 100th career home run in the IBL, puts the boys ahead
Just no,
with the
just
twin.
regular season. Just regular season. That
Just
doesn't include
regular season.
yeah.
Correction on that stat.
Yeah.
Next batter, Jay Mara takes him deep again. The boys were going nuts. Everyone was going insane. What a win. I don't know, boys. I know you were both unable to make the game, but like, what did you see from your side of it? Because that was chaos at the Bush.
Dude, the highlight of that Danny Mara pull it around the post, Lazo laser beam style home run. You could hear the bush like erupt. Everyone's cheering, and there's just this massive roar that washes across the sound. That was just pure bush going into bedlam mode, and I fucking loved it.
Oh, it was a no doubt. It was a no doubt. It was just a straight line drive. The best thing about it, Dan, we know you watch it too, and probably your whole family. Shout out all the Mara fam, everyone up there. He just like trotted around the bases, acted like it was no big deal. Like he's like, I hit these all the time. Like, but shout out, man. What an appearance. His brother Justin had 2 homers in the game. Another big shout out is to our boy Blanco. He's all over the highlights this year. That Brantford hit a home run to make it a 1-run game in the ninth, and this guy hit a laser off Lapard. Blanco's running back, stabs it. It flies up in the air. He bobbles it and catches in the basket. Bush was going nuts, man. Boys, what a win!
Yeah.
3-0. Let's go. So that's kind of the last little run for the boys. So now maybe I'm just gonna do a quick sort of standings update for you guys and for everyone
Yeah, I was
who's
gonna say
watching.
we got to be like fourth now.
So here we go, boys. So here's the standings for you. So top of the board, Welland Jackfish. Wah,
That's the
wah.
cards. We all know this.
Shocker.
That's the
So they are 6-0. Check this. For
House of
runs
cards.
scored, 55 runs scored. only 10 runs against for a plus 45 run differential. We
Oh,
want to know what you're paying people in Wellington, what you're poisoning the water for all the visiting teams. Only 10 runs against. That is the least in the league by about 23 runs. Now, second is London. They're sitting at 6-3. They have a +2 run differential. Now on to third is Guelph. They're 4-2. They've won, I think, four in a row, actually. They're +3 on their run differential. Next up is Hamilton, not us. They're 3-2. They got some games to catch up with.
Yeah.
They're actually 17 runs for, 26 against. They're a -9 on their run
Dude,
differential.
that's a paper tiger right there.
Next up is your Toronto Maple Leafs. We're now 4-3 with 3 wins in a row. 52 runs scored, 47 against for a +5. Next
I
up is
like it.
Kitch, 3-4. They're -4. You have Barry, 2-5. They're +5. Next up is Chatham. Wow, wow. Never flip off the bush. These are the baseball gods getting after you. 2-5. They have 4 straight losses. They're -16. And then to round it up with 5 L's in a row is Brantford, the most runs against in the league by 12. They're a -31 run differential, sitting at 1-7.
I've caught a couple games. They are looking way better this year. They're going to get some wins, and they're going to play some teams real tough. They're just waiting to get
How
going.
many wins did I call for them? Didn't I say they were going to get like
Damn.
11 wins or 12 wins this year?
We'll have to look back. I don't
They
even
gotta
know.
Yeah,
go on a
that's going to
heater.
be
They gotta go on a
that one's
heater.
going to be that might age poorly, but we always know that they usually beat the Leafs a couple times each year,
Yeah,
so we'll mark
that's
them
how it
down
was
for 2
bound to
wins.
happen. That's why I was like on my hands and I was just biting my fingernails off all Sunday just watching that game. But we pulled it
But
out.
what an effort. Like just pure battle back by the fellas. Like I love it so much. It's 7-4. Nobody loses their minds. They're not panicking. It's just like, hey, scope have a couple good at bats. Someone's gonna make a big play. And sure enough, Danny to tie it, and then back-to-back home runs from Gastaldo and Mara.
What
Yeah.
do we say forever?
Also,
Every
I'll say
game
this. I Ayami's curveball
was
was
nasty.
moving.
Oh yeah.
Holy smokes, that was
Love
crazy. It was just like
Yeah.
right through the
Oh
zone,
my
man. That
god,
was good to see.
awesome.
Yeah, and what was
Awesome.
also big, the way that we ended that inning is Javier threw out a guy stealing second, and he's got a friggin' cannon back there. We've
Yeah.
been used to watching Justin Mara. You never want to try and steal on Mara. Mara was actually playing first. Javier was behind the dish, and he absolutely gunned the guy out off of an off-speed pitch from Miami. So I don't know. The boys look dialed in. Danny Mara messaged me after the game just saying the vibes are high. We couldn't be more jacked. So maybe we'll look ahead to the week ahead, boys. So they've been playing a lot. They got some time off. The next game up is called Friday Night Light. So the first
Mm.
Friday night at the Bush, people, you need to come down. It's going to be a gong show. Correct me if I'm wrong, El. There's like a fireworks show.
There is a
There
fireworks show
is.
post game. That is correct.
Yeah. They're gonna have like smoke stuff too. I think if there's like home runs or like player introduction like they've had, but I think they're gonna add a few more pyrotechnics. So
Nice,
come down
nice.
and get your eyes on that. It is gonna be an event to
Well,
see.
we're playing.
Oh,
Oh,
where of course we're gonna have
Tack,
our boy Lazo
tack,
back. Was it
tack,
Tack?
yeah.
Oh,
tack. We're
Oh
playing
yeah.
12.
Yeah.
dude. Guelph
We're
needs to
giving
get
them a
taken down a
loss.
pick. Yeah, Guelph's acting hard right now. They need to get settled down. Miami throw a couple curveballs to Tack. He's not making contact. He's
Yeah,
flailing at
yeah,
it.
yeah. No, we want beans. The Dean can. We want Dean's the beans. Let's go.
I actually saw, didn't he win Manager of the Year? Like a late IBL Instagram update on that one. But shout out our boy Dean for the Manager of the Year.
Dude, it's because they couldn't wrestle it away from him. They've been getting at him this whole time, and finally we're just like, all right, you can keep it, D.
So we'll see you there, folks. Come on down. Honestly, guys, like the Bush has been, well, not only the Bush, just Christie Pitts has been active. Like there's been way more people down at the park. People are barking too. On the first base side, people are yelling. Like it is the loudest ballpark. I don't know about you guys, but you watch the road games in Kitchener, it's just like crickets, no one's yelling. You watch the Leaf stream and it's just like bedlam. People are yelling. We love it. I don't know, boys. I was thinking for Friday night, like I gotta try and get my hands on it, but do we get a fog machine up in the bush? Like, do we just start spinning some
Dude, I'm
EDM? I'm
bringing
more of like
people.
you know, an old soul here. I'm listening to like Rolling Stones and stuff, but maybe get some EDM going,
Dude,
some glow sticks, some fog machine. Let's
Yeah,
bring back
or
Electric Circus.
it's gonna be.
yeah. Yeah, I'm playing tunes from like the early 90s. Rhythm
Yeah.
is a dancer. So that's Friday night. Boys are jacked for it. Then Sunday, 2 p.m. as per usual, the Jackfish come into town. That's a big one. I can't make it, boys, unfortunately, but I expect you to be barking. That is a huge game. I can't wait.
I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for
Yeah.
it.
So
I
ready.
got to work, but I'll be there for the first 2 innings of the game, and then I
Love
got
it.
to
Love
go.
it. Love it.
I
But I'll
love
let
it.
them know how I feel. I
All
got to
right,
get
so some
nine
more
innings worth
news
of
and
echoes.
notes. Some more news and notes before we wrap up. Folks, we love doing this. We're going to try and bring it to you more often. We're actually going to drop some more interviews this year. No spoilers, but we got some beauties teed up. We can't wait for that. So that'll be coming. Folks, follow the Bushman at Bushman1. We've been having so many more people come out. We're trying to hit that 1,000. I think we're at 950 now. Tell your friends, make your bots. Smash the like and subscribe on the YouTube. I've been loving the merch down there, boys. Is there other things you want to wrap up and put some notes on here? We got a couple more minutes, but like, what a
Are you
start
just
to the
kidding me?
season.
It has been such a party down in the Christie Pits. What a change from like last year to this year. Exactly like you said. Merch flying off the tables. Way more people down there. The atmosphere's bumping. Come on. Like this is what we've dreamed about for years and years and
Yeah.
years. Great baseball, great team, great environment. Boys, amazing.
Yeah. The boys deserve the attention and girls. And
Yes.
I am Sato, like, get your eyes on them. They play hard. It's a great product. Like the IBL is a great league. And frankly, there's no party like a Christie Pitts party. Up in the bush, across under the tree, those people on the cow path, they all know. So come down and experience it. Have some time, get some merch, get out there. It's been a great year. I'm so excited.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, we're going to be a force this year. We can't wait. We know D Rich has been assembling quite a team. No spoilers too. Sounds like he has a few other arms. He's just been kind of sneaking around that he might be bringing in. So you guys got to look out. Like the Leafs are
Yeah,
a force this year. Like I can't wait. We can't wait. Sorry, Ray, you're going to say something there?
I was gonna say, yeah, Rich, we got your message. All right, we're bringing the noise on Friday. We'll make sure you can hear us. All right.
We'll be loud, D Rich. And we appreciate the support, people. Go Leafs, go. I rep you guys. I know whenever you're not there, you're in spirit. And whenever I'm not there, we're in spirit. The bush carries its own love. And we will take it this year. I can't wait. Go Leafs, go. Let's go, boys.
Let's
Oh,
go.
boys,
Go Leafs, go.
huzzah!
What's up?
Awesome.